This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Europe, which is being held virtually this year. Joining me right now is Dale Wallster. He is the president and CEO of Southern Empire Resources, publicly traded company. I got two symbols for you: SMP on the TSX Venture and SMPEF in the US. Dale, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
It's great to have you on. So let's start off with a very quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. Southern Empire is a pretty new company. It started out as a capital pool company on the Toronto Stock Exchange venture markets. Owl Capital, company put together by James Hutton. We completed a qualifying transaction with James in March of 2020, at which point in time we changed the name to Southern Empire. We raised $3.7 million or something like that at the time. And here we are today. We're, as part of the qualifying transaction, we acquired a couple of projects in southeastern California and Nevada. And yeah, that's basically it. Pretty new company and raring to go.
And Dale, we talked offline a little bit about some of the company's projects currently in your portfolio. So can you tell us a little bit more about the company's project currently in southeastern California, and then why it's unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
Sure. Our Oro Cruz Gold project is located in Imperial County in southeastern California. It's our principal primary gold project. It's a past producer. It produced, last produced in 1996. It was part of a joint venture called the American Girl Mining Joint Venture between MK Gold and, at the time, Hecla. And in 96, the gold prices were somewhat declining. They were low and declining, and they decided to shut it down. So we got involved in this project because it's, even though people don't necessarily like California, we quite like the jurisdiction. Some of the grades in the historic drilling are quite phenomenal. There is high grade gold there. We believe there's all kinds of potential to expand upon the historical resource that's there. And let me give you an idea as to what some of these grades are. And I'm just going to glance over here. So, for example, 11 meters of 21 grams, 11 and a half meters of 10 grams, 12 meters of 13 grams. And we invite people to go to our website to get a much better handle on some of those high grade results. The historical production, one thing also to note, is all from oxide, at the time, ores. So this oxide material obviously helps when it comes to metallurgical recoveries at lesser costs, generally speaking, heap leachable materials.
Very good. Well, Dale, what's your background? I mean, what were we doing prior to joining and starting Southern Empire Resources?
Good. That's a good question too. I have been a prospector and a geologist for 40 years. I've been involved in gold, in copper, in uranium. Most people probably recognize my name from a company called Hathor and the Rough Rider uranium deposit in northern Saskatchewan. I put together that the original Rough Rider uranium, and my team made the discovery there. So that's, I've been involved in platinum group metals. I've been involved in, for the most part, North American geology, but I've also ventured forth into South America and such. And yeah.
Very good. Well, on to the next one, right? Here we go. So Dale, from there, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now for the rest of this year going into 2021?
Well, we're moving forward on many fronts. Um, I would say that I don't know where gold prices are going, but for the most part, they're looking pretty good, and $1,900 is a good place to be. If it goes up, great. Anything above, over and above 1,900, or anything over and above 1,500 is probably gravy. But we're moving forward to look at further exploring and developing our Oro Cruz Gold project. We're also looking at other opportunities that may present themselves to us. Unfortunately, we just recently we had looked at a takeover of another company that unfortunately failed last week. So be it. That's the way it goes. I think that we are, one of the things that I have to point out is we are a relatively big shareholder in a company called Bullfrog Gold. And Bullfrog Gold, we hold 8.75 million shares and another 7.75 million warrants. Bullfrog Gold is very active in Nevada in the Beatty camp, and just finished a transaction with Barrick and Richard Works investment company. And, you know, that should do very well for us. One of the other things I have to point out is we've been very, we've raised about $8.5 million since we went public in March. We have about $7.5 million in working capital today.
Very good. What timing, right? Go public right as everything broke out. That's
yeah, it was it worked out well. It's a much longer story, and there was a lot of grief in getting public, but the timing turned out to be pretty good.
And here we are. So with that, Dale, where can our audience go and find everything they need to know to follow along the Southern Empire Resources story?
Best way to do it is to check out SMP.Gold, Sierra Mother Papa.Gold, and give Lubitsa a call at the number that's on our website, or send her an email and she'll help you out.
Very good. Well, Dale, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you, Dale. Again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we are the proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Europe, being held virtually this year. Dale will be there giving a presentation on Southern Empire Resources, and thank you all for watching.